Hi guys, this is Dr. TS, and today I'm going to be talking about our final macromolecule, nucleic acids. Now, nucleic acids are made up of monomers called nucleotides, and nucleotides have a very specific structure. There is a phosphate group, so this is a little phosphorus attached to some oxygens, so phosphate group. It has a sugar, so remember, our sugars, and it has something we call a nitrogenous base. So this is a base that has nitrogens in it, and there are 5 types of nitrogenous bases that we see in nucleic acids: guanine, adenine, thymine, cytosine, and uracil. We will have a whole lecture in the next unit about DNA and RNA and nucleic acids, but this is just a primer to understand what nucleic acids are looking at. So we have we have pretty much 5 types of nucleotides. And these nucleotides are going to come together to form 2 different types of nucleic acid molecules. We have RNA and DNA. So RNA and DNA are distinct in different ways. The first is the type of sugar. So DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. So the sugar has lost an oxygen. And RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. So DNA has a special type of sugar that has lost an oxygen, and RNA has that oxygen in the sugar. So we distinguish them: DNA, deoxyribose; RNA is ribose nucleic acid. DNA exists in 2 strands. So there are 2 strands of DNA, and they wrap around each other in a helical structure. RNA is just 1 strand. Finally, there are going to be some slight differences in the types of nitrogenous bases they have. So DNA has guanine, cytosine, adenine, and thymine. On the other hand, ribose also has guanine, cytosine, adenine, and instead of thymine, it has uracil. So there is a slight difference in the bases that we find. So DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid. It exists as a double-stranded piece. It has guanine, cytosine, adenine, and thymine. RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. It is a single-stranded molecule made of guanine, cytosine, adenine, and uracil. Now, nucleic acids are really essential because they house our genetic information. So pretty much the instruction book on how to build you, right? How do I build a person? How do I build an animal? How do I build a plant? That is genetic information. So DNA is our storage. It holds all of the instructions, and it holds instructions for proteins, okay, right? Proteins are what make us us. RNA, on the other hand, is just a single piece of information for one protein or part of a protein. So DNA holds instructions for all proteins that our cells can make. RNA is usually just one protein or a part of a protein. And like I said, we will spend a whole unit talking about how DNA and RNA make proteins and more in depth about how exactly this is working. But for now, you just need to understand that nucleic acids are made up of monomers called nucleotides. There's 2 different types of nucleic acids in DNA and RNA, and these are going to be important for both holding genetic information and then transmitting it to make proteins. Thank you, guys.